The two flagship products from SynchroArts, Revoice Pro and VocAlign Ultra, are both used to process vocals and dialogue. A lot of common tasks are done by both, but a lot more nuanced control is available in Revoice Pro. Here, we'll look at some of the key similarities and, more importantly, the key differences so you can determine which one is right for you. VocAlign Ultra is a plugin that runs inside of your DAW, whereas Revoice Pro is a standalone app that runs alongside of your DAW. Now, although in theory these are two very separate workflows, the inclusion of Aura 2 technology in both VocAlign Ultra and Revoice Pro makes the differences almost invisible. In both cases, audio is transferred back and forth instantly between either the plugin or the app. Now, some apps don't support Aura 2 and the workflow is a little bit different. Let's start by recapping what VocAlign Ultra can do, and here we're using the Aura 2 version.
He got me in his tracks.
VocAlign Ultra is great for aligning the pitch and time of a double to a strong lead vocal, but it doesn't actually tune the lead the way Revoice Pro can. Here we can align the pitch as tightly or as loosely as we want, and this is all getting recalculated in real time. And we can calculate the timing of the double track to the lead as tightly or as loosely as we want. Now we can also shift the formants to shift the timbre of the double tracks for interesting creative effects. And we can also save presets here so that we can easily recall settings to use in the future. And we have protected areas that we can use to protect certain areas from being adjusted either from timing and or pitch so that they don't get processed. And we can even set up manual sync points in case the algorithms aren't working the way we need. We can make sure specific points are locked in the timeline. Now, when it comes to working with aligning multiple vocals, one of the significant enhancements we get with Revoice Pro is the ability to change the alignment settings for a collection of vocals or instruments even after capturing and correcting them. So, for example, I can change the timing or some of the pitch tolerances, and it's affecting just selected tracks that are part of this process group. So it's great for managing complex vocal arrangements where you may have different groups of vocals that need different processing. We can easily go back and make changes to them as necessary. And of course, the main significant difference is that in Revoice Pro, you can actually edit the pitch and timing of your main vocal rather than just aligning it to another. So for example, something like this.
He got me in his tracks.
We can change pitches of notes.
And I ain't gonna never look back.
For example, I might want to change this phrase like this.
And I ain't gonna never look back.
Another thing that's great is we can treat non-pitched material like sibilances. For example, the S here.
He got me in his tracks.
We can easily see it identified with this, and I'm going to hit a key command S to turn it into a level editing mode, and then I can easily just bring down the amplitude of that non-pitched material.
He got me in his tracks.
I'll hit S to go back. Now we can also edit the timing of things. For example, let's listen to this phrase.
You my baby boo.
And maybe I want to change some of the timing there, but preserve the timing of the overall phrase. What I can do is select this, right click, and I can make some warp points and then time stretch or compress to change the phrasing.
You my baby boo.
And all this will affect any of the other tracks in the same process group. So even after you may have corrected some doubles or harmonies, you can make changes like this and they'll instantly be applied. Now, another thing you can do with Revoice Pro that you can't do in VocAlign Ultra is actually create doubles. So for example, if I call up the new process window here, I can go with doublers and I'll select this audio complete with the changes that I've just made and use that as the basis for a doubling track. And then we've got instant doubles.
You my baby boo.
And of course, we can save the projects in Revoice Pro format so that we can easily revisit them. So for big, complex vocal arrangements with multiple process groups, it's easy to make changes at any time in the editing or arranging process. And there are plenty of other pitch editing tools available in Revoice Pro for more precision editing, like basic tuning, We can edit vibrato. We can edit the transitions between notes. Check out some of the other SynchroArts videos for details on all of those other features. So the big takeaway from all this is that VocAlign Ultra is for fast plug-in based timing and pitch alignment, but Revoice Pro 4 is the complete vocal production solution where you need to actually tune and correct your main vocal in addition to aligning multiple tracks together. This is Eli Kranzberg for Production Expert.